Yo, it's boy Marcus and we're sitting back in the video. Today we're going to be talking about the seasonal update problem in COD Mobile and just what is going on with the updates. So COD Mobile, pretty much since its inception, I don't know if they have ever released a hot patch update. Like maybe one time they've done that, but I'm pretty sure they've done their updates the same way every time, right? When the new season comes out, right, let's say season 1 of 2026, they'll do a big, massive update, right? And it'll come out. It'll usually be pretty clean. There won't be many bugs, the crazy stuff like that. And the game will be fun, right? And you'll have all your new content and all that good stuff. Is that really like, they've done that, right, for 7 years, right? The game came out in 2019 in October, right? So it's 2026. I mean, I don't know if anybody else would agree with this, but shouldn't they do like some hot patches every once in a while? Like, it seems like DMZ is really buggy. Like there's a serious bug issue with DMZ in terms of not really optimization, but how it runs. Like on most phones, it seems like it's a problem with how it runs. Now, I'm not saying that's something you can fix overnight. Like I have no idea. I'm not a developer, but it seems like, you know, if there was a solution for it, wouldn't you want to get that stuff put out? That way the game runs more fluid, or just wait until the next seasonal update in a month. Right? That just doesn't seem, you know what I mean? Like community feedback is going to be instant. When people have a problem with something in their game, they're going to let you know, right? Whether it's on YouTube comments, whether it's in other people's streams, whether it's on Reddit, Instagram comments, Twitter, all this stuff. Like people will let you know if there's a problem, if something's not running right. You'll know. All you got to do is look. You know what I mean? You don't even really have to look because you're going to get messages about it. So they're going to tell you, all you got to do is like anything to find out what is going on with your game. And it just seems like, you know, the seasonal updates aren't necessarily, you know, the best way of doing things. Obviously there's always ways to improve, but I feel like there needs to at some point be like, you know, you just released an entire game mode into this game. If there's a time to do a hot patch, like it would be now. And there's got to be some bloat issues. There's no possible way there's no bloat issues in COD, like some sort of like storage or something. Like COD Mobile is like the biggest mobile game I can think of. I don't know if there's a bigger mobile game other than maybe PUBG Mobile might be bigger in size than COD Mobile. That might just be because it's like 8 years older than COD Mobile or however much older. You know what I mean? So that just, it's a massive game. There's got to be some ways to sort of minimize, you know, storage space. So like in the second half of this game, I start lagging like crazy. So I'm at 12 kills. That was probably like what, 12 and 4. You know what I mean? That's pretty good, right? That's a 3 KD. And I finished this game negative. I finished this game like 17 and 18, I think. And at the end of the game, I was like, man, that second half, I was horrible. I was lagging everywhere, like unplayable lag, just all over the place. In a game like this with the TTK as fast as it is now, like you see that guy's got an SO14. He's one-tapping, right? One-tapping cross-map, two-tapping to the body cross-map. And it's just like I died over and over again. And it wasn't because I was frying when I wasn't lagging, right? 12 and 4, I'm doing my thing. And I start lagging, and the next thing I can't buy one. Like that guy didn't die. You know what I mean? Like nothing I could do. And I'm on like 15 MS in this gameplay. So I was like, it just doesn't make any sense what's going on. So I'm just wondering, like, has anybody else, you know, got anything on terms of like seasonal updates, what they'd like to see, you know, things of that nature with the game overall, right? DMZ is obviously the main thing with seasonal updates going forward until it gets to a state where it's more playable. That bug optimization and improving that mode is going to be huge for that mode's success going forward, right? Multiplayer is always going to be there. BR at this point is always going to be there. There's a huge BR sided community, there's a huge multiplayer sided community, and then there's DMZ now. So DMZ is going to have like a chunk of people that really enjoy DMZ, right? And they'll just want to play it all the time. And then there's zombies. I don't think anybody's playing zombies, but it does exist. I think I played zombies for a video. Before that, I hadn't played since my last zombies video. So which was like my most watched video, I think. Anyway, that is just, I just doesn't make any sense, right? You think they got to do something about that at some point in time and figure out, like, maybe you do a seasonal update, then 2 weeks in you do like a hot patch, right? And anything that you have fixed in that time, like little small fixes or maybe just for a certain mode or something, gets, patched up, so we can kind of, you can kind of improve the game as you go, right? I'm not saying there needs to be every single update like a weekly update or something like that. Now the games do update on the week, like Wednesday, right? That's always yours. When the rank resets and the season resets, it's always on a Wednesday, I believe. And so, that's fine, right? That's totally fine. You get like a new mythic coming out, so a lot of times I think it's on a Wednesday. That's like their main date where like some sort of update comes out. So I don't know what that update does, but it doesn't come with like a patch notes update to it, right? Maybe it's like a silent update or something like that. But I'm just saying that like the seasonal update maybe needs to be, tuned up a little bit. I'm not saying having longer seasons. I think the season length is fine. I think 30 days is a great season length. I'm saying, just updating problems with the game. That being said, obviously I've kind of covered MP, BR. BR is not really, like, I think BR is in a good state. I think it's kind of fine with this most recent update. I made the comments in my previous video about it, so I think it's good. I think DMZ, if once that gets to where it runs fluid on my phone, at least, I feel like that'd be pretty good. I don't have like that old of a phone. I have an iPhone 13, which I don't know what iPhone they're on now. It could be 25, who knows. But I feel like my phone's been fine for the most part since I've had it, and I've had it for a couple of years now. So I feel like once they get DMZ ironed out, I feel like for most people, Codm will be back in a pretty solid state. There's obviously going to be the same old problems, like, there's mythics that are greedy, there's no ban system in rank, those kinds of problems, but I feel like the game overall will be back to a state of normalcy, and that's what you want. Hopefully in one of these seasonal updates that we'll actually get something for zombies, man. We gotta, like, at some point, dude, like, I don't know when, but sometime they're going to do something with that mode, right? They're not going to delete it, but like that, what do they do with that? I don't even think it's buggy. Like, I don't feel like I'm running any bugs anytime I've ever played zombies. I don't feel like I've had any problems with it. It just, there's no content in it. That's the only reason you don't see more zombies content from me. I love zombies on console. Like, I'm a huge zombies fan. But in COD Mobile, there's just like no effort put into it. So I don't play it at all. But I would love to do like Easter egg speedruns of like any other map of any quality, right? If they're putting in Blackout in this DMZ map, in this DMZ mode, they could have already put in like 4 or 5 zombies maps, right? We could have had Horizon Drac, Shadows of Evil, Zombies in Spaceland, Ancient Evil, you know what I mean? Origins, Bob of the Dead, you know what I mean? Should have had something. I don't know, I'm getting on a rant now. But yeah, you saw how that game ended. It was terrible. I don't know what's going on. I just feel like, I don't know, the game just isn't running well on my phone now. Maybe it's time for a new phone. That ain't happening anytime soon, but maybe it is time. I also have no storage space on my phone, so that's got to be part of it, right? If I have no storage space, because I have my entire like camera album is filled with videos, so maybe that has something to do with it. I have no storage space, like the game can't record properly because I don't have any room. Right? If your storage space is completely full, you can't record at all, right? So I've had to go back and delete tons of videos. So maybe that's got something to do with it. That might be, I'm leaning towards that. Maybe it's on me. I should go back and clean out like old photos and all kinds of other crap that I have that's just sitting there. It's wasting space. But let me know your thoughts on the seasonal updates, what you think of them. Do you think there should be more frequent updates? Do you think that weekly update they do is kind of fine? It does something. I'm not sure what it does, but if it does do something, that's enough. Yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you want to. It's your boy Marcus from Morsini. I'm out. Peace.